I was doing a train trip solo around Western Europe, and it was my first time, and I had only 2 weeks, so I hopped around a lot. I wanted to see some snow and the northern lights, so I planned to go to Abisko, north of Sweden. I arrived in Stockholm Central Station mid-afternoon from Copenhagen, and it was packed. I was hungry, had 2 bags on me, and there was nowhere to sit. I bought some pizza and found a standing table. I dumped my bags on the floor, leaning against my legs with my clothes bag on the left and my day pack on my right. Not a minute after I started eating, this Russian-looking guy taps me on my left and says something I can't understand. I asked if he spoke English, and he replies me in that same language I don't understand. I had this sudden feeling that something was off, and I turned to my bags, and sure enough, my day pack was gone. I yelled fuck and quickly looked around for signs of my bag. No dice. And I turned back to the guy who was talking to me. He was gone. Now I was pretty pissed and I wanted someone to go down. I saw that little fuck squeezing through the crowd, and I grabbed my remaining bag and caught up with him as he was about to go onto the platforms. I grabbed him by his bag and asked him where's my bag. He said, I don't know English. I asked him again, louder, and there was a crowd beginning to take notice of a Chinese guy holding on to a Russian guy. I asked some of them to call the police, and they took out their phones. Suddenly he drops his bag, leaving it in my hands, and made a run for it. He makes maybe 5 steps before I took 3 and caught him by his collar. I held him by his collar for the next 5 to 10 minutes in a white knuckle grip till the police came. This Viking of a police constable came and took my statement, handcuffed that asshole, and told me of the procedure that I would have to go by if I intended to pursue the case. Either way, he said, it's likely I won't see my bag again. I could have dropped the case and given up, but I felt that I should do something such that it would go on record, so I spent 1 day less in Abisko to go back to Stockholm to do a video recording of my responses in a court trial. I had lost my laptop, passport, and train tickets. There was no ambassador in Sweden, so I had to take a train to Oslo to get a document to certify I was Singaporean. As my flight back home was from London and the rest of my trip practically ruined, I took a flight from Oslo back to London and bummed with my friend for the rest of my trip. Met some nice people along the way though. Don't get robbed.